and welcome back to Beauticians and Musicians. I hope everyone out there had a great weekend and an awesome Mother's Day with your mother, or if you're a mother, hope you had a great Mother's Day.
Or if you're a mother of furry babies.
Yes,
that would be me.
I know.
Thank you for saying
I
that.
was thinking that yesterday. I was thinking that because it's like, really, for some people, their animals are their babies. And so if you got a fur baby, I know Jason in here says he's got fur babies. I mean,
it always happens when you haven't had a kid, your fur babies are it, and then the dog babies take a back seat.
Exactly.
And then if you never have kids,
the dog babies always. But I mean, honestly, to me, whether you're a mom, you're an aunt, you're a niece, you're a sister, you're a daughter, whatever, we should all celebrate these wonderful, incredible women because listen, it takes a village.
It takes a village.
It takes a village.
That's for sure. And I've got lots of nieces. I had such a blast in Oklahoma with my family this weekend.
I know. We really should have showed some pictures, some Mom's Day pictures.
It's on Facebook, or it will be.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You can find my weekend on Facebook.
So very Kristi.
That's right. That's right. And our topic today, and since we have Destanie over here, this is Destanie. She is from European Wax Center. And our topic is I knew I was going to mess it up. Be unapologetically confident in your own skin. And the cool thing about that is Jen's can help you with the inside of that part.
That's right.
And Destinie's Wax Center, or European Wax Center, where she manages, can help you with the outside.
There you go.
Yes.
We got the whole ensemble. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to learn about all these.
Jason
great.
is on it. Look at it. That's so good, Jason. Good job.
I'm all about. I love those masks. Is that like a hydrogel mask?
I know. Yes. And guess what? She brought me one.
Oh, yay.
That is my favorite product.
Well, that's the thing
that's the one?
Mm-hmm. We have these hydrogel eye patches that we use all the time. And I think all the time, I'm like, I wish I had this all over my face because it feels so amazing.
Right. And so the cool thing about this, though, too, is it has the hair, not that I have any, but the hair growth minimizer, if I were to have any of those. No, I'm just kidding. I need it. For sure. And let's see. Here it is. This is it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Is there a glare?
There's a little bit. Tell. Okay, hold on. Go back.
Oh,
no,
that? No, I'm just kidding.
Go back.
Wait, I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
In case y'all don't know, it's backwards.
Mask me.
Mask me.
It looks good.
Instead of ask me, mask me.
There you go.
Yeah, I love that. And so, since we're talking about the products, go ahead and tell us a little bit about these others.
So these are my favorite products. I use them every single day. So this is the Slow It Body Wash. This has the hair growth minimizer in it as well. And what the hair growth minimizer is, it is a daffodil extract. And so that is what is helping slow your hair growth down. And it has little loofahs in it. And so it's going to help you have an exfoliant as well.
Okay, so I want to know this. It's for men and women?
It is for men and women.
Because, I know women don't want all that hair, but, now with manscaping, it's a big deal. Yeah. Manscaping, and they need these products.
So we say that the men that come in, they walk in and they strut out tailored. That's the word we use.
Tailored.
I
Tailored
like
is
that,
the new
Destiny.
term.
I like it. That's awesome.
That's
yes.
great.
And then, so if you are exfoliating, what a lot of people don't know is that you should also be moisturizing. And so we have the Slow It Body Lotion. Mm-hmm. And it has a very light scent. So you can use it on your whole body, including your Brazilian area, which women, if you get Brazilians, you have to exfoliate and moisturize. And then we have our ingrown hair wipes. Oh. And so this is going to actually help with your ingrowns, and it has a light exfoliant in it as well.
Wonderful.
So they're super awesome. And you can cut them in half. So instead of 45, you can have 90. And so it's going to last you a long time.
Right. That's
cool.
Great.
So, and
I'm sure they all smell great.
They do smell so amazing. And of course, I brought ones that weren't open, but they smell wonderful.
Hey, listen, take it from Destiny. They smell great.
I promise you. And my fiance, he uses a Slow Body Wash. Mm-hmm. And we have the serum because we're lazy and we don't go a lot of places. So we use the serum, and he uses the serum on his like neck area and stuff. And so these products, this is a part of our signature line. And so these were the first products that European Center brought on, and they all have the hair growth minimizer in it. And it does work. I've literally purchased, I think, 27 of these masks since December. I do one a week.
That's what I was gonna
And
say.
it definitely, so it has the hair growth minimizer in the bottom part of the mask, and it does slow the hair growth down. I tell you, it really does work.
Well, and I don't, one of the things I do on a regular basis is I go and get dermaplaned, which
Yep.
is because it's just as you age, I don't care if you were hairy or you weren't hairy. As you get older, you just hair starts growing. I mean, have you ever been on? I remember one time I was on an airplane and this man, I swear, had a forest coming out of his ear, and I'm like,
I
does he
know.
know that?
Golly.
Does he know that? I mean, but what happens is, as you get older, it just happens.
it does. It does.
It happens. So I have an esthetician that I love, Allison West. I love you.
Yes.
But I go and I do the dermaplaning
Yep.
probably once every 6 weeks, just because I like it to be, nice and smooth. So that would be a phenomenal product to use in the interim.
Supplement.
And
Yeah.
it feels so great. And it's moisturizing and putting great stuff in your. That's why
Yes.
I was saying we have these, eye patches, and they're Neora eye patches. But I'm telling you, right, I have not had Botox around my eyes in literally 6 years. I'm not even kidding you. And it's all because of the products. It really works.
hydration.
The
It does,
hydration.
for sure. And people don't know that. Like, it really does matter about how much water you're drinking, about what products you're putting on your face. Are you cleansing your face every day?
Yes.
Are you hydrating your face? And all these things go into, like, you need to make it a daily thing. Like this
Okay,
way
so
you're doing.
I want to
sure.
know, because I always liked the background story. So how did you
Yes.
get into this?
So, crazy story. I actually have my bachelor's in social work, and I've just been in the beauty industry for 8 years in August. And I was working at a dermatology office. And I was just online, and I was like, I can't grow here, so what am I going to do now? So I was applying for all of these jobs that I didn't think I was qualified for, and this was one of them. And I was
But
like,
you are.
well, before this, I had no manager background. And so I applied on Indeed, and Kirk, our wonderful, wonderful franchisee. I mean, it's all about the franchisees that you work for if you
Oh,
do work for
sure.
a franchise. And we have just the absolute best franchisees. I'm not just saying that because he might be watching this.
right.
But he is super amazing. And so I met with him, and he was like, just asking me all these questions. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening, you know? And then he was like, well, I want you to meet my parents. And so they are also a part of the franchise, you know? And so I met with them, and they were like, look, you don't have the manager background, but we see how you are and the potential in you. And so they just gave me a chance.
Right.
And so a lot of people don't know, but in this industry, you're like free therapist. Like you go
Oh,
for
sure.
beauty needs, but I mean, sometimes we know that someone's pregnant before their own family knows.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Or that they need hormones.
Exactly.
a lot.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But I think a couple things that you said I love, which is you went for it. And one of the things I say all the time is when I decide I'm going to do something, if I've never done it before, I always say, it doesn't mean I can't do it, just means I've never done it before. And
Yeah.
that's so true, because the qualities and the skills and the things that make you who you are, there's so many different things you can do with all that. And so just because you haven't done it yet doesn't mean you can't, it just means you haven't done it yet. Then the other thing I think is great is how you said, that they saw the potential in you. And I think that's such a great learning experience, because other people so many times see the potential in you before you see it in yourself. And at the end of the day, it is all about people. It is all about people. And I have been in management. My master's degree is in training and development. I've managed people for years. My dad was a professional athlete, and then he went from from being a professional athlete to coaching. And he would say all the time, it's not the people that have the most experience that do the best. It's the people that have the most heart and work the hardest. And it doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter what your background is. If you have the heart and the passion to do something, you can do it, and you can do a great job.
I know.
You know?
Most of the time I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. Like, I'll tell my fiance, I'm like, this is really happening. I'm so shocked at myself. And then I'll talk to my family members, and I'm like,
They're like,
this
I'm
is-
not.
I
We
know,
knew you could do it.
I know. And so I'm like,
Yeah,
what
they
in the
knew.
world? And my franchisees are so good about like affirmations, and I'm really big on love languages. And so I was like, my love languages is words. And so words of affirmation. So we just need to put that on the table right there. And I need those things.
Right.
And so the franchisees just have been super amazing, and they're always lifting me up all of the time. And they're like, we couldn't do this without you. And
So have you been
so-
with this company 8 years?
No,
Okay.
I have not. I've
Okay.
been with
So
this
you
company
started in
since-
the industry 8 years
Yes.
ago.
Yes.
Now, why did you not stick with social work?
Well, my population that I love to work for is the homeless population. And with the bachelors in this area, you really can't find a job to, like,
Really make
sustain
it-
the lifestyle
right.
that
Yeah.
you want
Oh,
as
sure.
well. And so that's why, I still do things on the side. I
Right.
feed the homeless. I created shirts for domestic violence awareness. So I still
love
do
that.
those things. But I do a lot of social work in this field too.
Right.
Like with my girls, if they're going
That's
through
what we were
something at
talking about.
home,
Yeah.
then. And if I can't help them with that and talk through that, then they're not going to do a quality job at
Well,
work.
and it's so sad that we live in a society where social work is so needed. I mean, one of my best friends got her undergraduate degree in social work as well. But same thing, she got out and she started working in that, and it doesn't pay the bills.
No.
And your heart is just torn out, and that's why like you were saying, even though that's not what you're doing for a career, you're still doing something. We all have to still be doing something. We all have to, because it takes every one of us doing just whatever it is to do to make this world a better place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
love
I could
that.
tell the first 5 minutes I talked to you that you had the heart.
Oh, thanks.
You know, and then you were saying how you help the girls and everything, because I said, how do you use what your degree was in your current job? And that's what you said.
Oh yeah.
So that's amazing.
Every day. Every day.
Oh,
it's
I'm
something.
sure. I'm sure.
And like by the numbers and stuff like that, you're like, okay, something's not going the way it needs to be going. And
Right.
then I'll set them aside, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? How can I help you? My phone is always on, no matter what time of day it is.
Right.
If they need me, I'm there.
Right.
So I
It's-
still get to social work.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's awesome.
But one of the things I say all the time is you can't really grow and flourish unless you're in an environment of love, and that all comes from the heart. So that's what you're doing, is you're just bringing your heart into it. And in my opinion, that's really the most important thing when you manage people. When you manage people, I used to say all the time when I would hire someone, I care about you as a person first and as an employee second.
Exactly.
And and I think it's the same way like as a coach. When coaches care about the people first and then their athletes second, it's a whole different ball game. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
because you want people to succeed, not just at work, but in their life. And they're not going to work there forever. I mean, that's why
Nope.
I used to say is,
Right.
look, neither of us are going to be working at this place forever.
For sure.
And if we are, there's a problem, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so just realistically, just what you're doing is exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and I love
yeah.
that. And
Thanks.
and then even what you do next, even if it's in this industry or if it's not in this industry, you'll just take all of that with you and continue to make the world a better place, which is great.
Oh yeah, and a lot of my girls, they have things on the side that they're doing, and I really push them to do those things. Like my makeup today.
It
My
looks amazing.
My girl Irene did my makeup today.
Wonderful.
So she does
Way to
makeup
go,
on the
Irene.
side. Yes, Ashley. She's been on the show.
Yes, love
She
Ashley.
does. She's such an amazing person. She does spray tans, and she's got so many things going on for her.
She's my assistant too.
You're her. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, he loves you.
Yes, I love you, Ashley. I love her. She's amazing. But it's to your point.
Yeah.
We're not so one dimensional. And I love that about the world in which we live right now. Because, back in the day, our moms, or at least our moms, and probably our grandmothers, it was you're a teacher or you're a nurse, you're a mom, and it's so one dimensional. And now it's there's so many different things you can do. Yes, you can do more than one or two things, and you really are fulfilled because listen, we both know Ashley. Ashley does helps Kristi too, but look, if she wasn't in our lives,
She's so talented.
she's amazing.
And
She's
I met
so
her
talented.
through her,
Really,
Chloe,
through
her daughter,
Yep.
and I were taking voice lessons and other lessons at Septian, which is where we met.
Yeah.
And then we brought her into the herd.
Right, exactly.
How awesome.
I know. We said you're staying right here with us. Stay
She's
right
so
here.
sweet though.
She's amazing.
Yes.
She is
And
amazing.
she's going to be on the show in June. So.
Well, she was on the show the other day with the wigs.
she was my co-host last week.
She was the co-host with the
Yes.
wigs, and I loved that. That was hysterical.
It was fun. Yeah.
I loved it.
That looks
It was
so
like,
cute
ooh.
though.
I mean, y'all were.
Okay.
y'all were doing the
It
wigs,
was like
man.
this big amount of hair, man.
You were. I mean, I loved it because I was like, they are going all the way with these wigs. I'm serious.
And it looked really red on the
It did.
TV
It
or on
really
the
did.
computer.
It looked awesome.
It did.
It was fun.
It was
Well,
fun.
okay, so for people that haven't been waxed before, maybe someone needs to know like what all areas can you wax, or maybe they're afraid to do it. Or so, of course, your face.
So our most popular wax is our Brazilian wax, which is down under. So from front to back for females. Yes.
I've never had that. Okay, just saying.
Well, you're missing out.
I'm scared.
It's amazing. And you get to be lazy the rest of the time. So it takes our girls like 15 minutes to do their Brazilian, and it's done with hard wax. And we have a 4-step process. So it's not, there's going to be a barrier. So they're going to cleanse, they're going to put a barrier, they're going to wax, and then they're going to use our ingrown hair serum on you. So if you're doing the Brazilian, if you do the face, we have a serum for the face, which also is a good barrier for your makeup. So it's a good, just put on before your makeup and then do your makeup, and then it stays longer. So
I love that.
so Brazilian is our most popular, and then probably brows. Obviously, you have to get your brows done, and then with brows, you actually get them filled in as well. So, and we have brow products, which I did not bring today because I was like, I think they're a light, maybe a medium, so I didn't know. So,
Do y'all do the fill in with makeup or fill in with the
So we have-
what's it called?
Microblading.
Microblade.
oh, that would be so cool, but no. So we have.
It's like, don't get carried away.
Okay, just wondering.
We don't
You
that
can't have
much
everything.
time.
You can't have everything in one joint.
One-stop shop.
That would be cool. But we have a powder, we have a gel, we have a liner, and we have a pencil that you can choose from. My favorite is the Brow Builder because it's easy and it's ophthalmologist tested and dermatologist tested.
That's
so you can
great.
use it on your lashes, on your brows, and so it's super cool.
Now, where is the facility? Where's located?
So we're located off of Custer and 121
Okay.
in McKinney. It's kind of like it's McKinney on this side of Custer and then Frisco on this side of Custer.
Right.
So I think it's about like 25 minutes from
Well,
here.
and 121 is so easy. I mean, it's just like you can get anywhere on 121.
Yes.
It's so fast.
Yes, and there's not a lot of traffic over there, so it's pretty nice.
Right. That's
But yeah,
awesome.
we're right over there, right off of Custer and 121.
Okay.
So what if
there we go.
someone-
Look, here it is, European Wax Center,
Hey,
right
there
there.
it is.
There it is.
Those
in
are
the
my legs
flesh.
right there.
They are.
Woo!
Woo!
With our new Glow It product. So
Oh.
I didn't bring that today because
It's like leg makeup.
so it's a
Leg makeup.
a self tanner.
Oh, it's a self tanner.
Yeah, and
oh,
it has
cool.
it has the hair growth minimizer in it.
Hey, remember when we were in Vegas?
Oh my gosh, y'all won't believe what I did.
Well, first of all, I didn't even know there was any type of leg makeup. And my sister from Arizona, who there's a couple people in my life that they'll find things before I find them. One of them is my sister. Hello, Dawn. Shout out. Another one is a good friend of mine, Tisha Smith from Houston. Kristi is another one. But they'll they're the ones that are like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. You got to try this. You got to try this. So she said, you got to try this leg makeup. And you know how as women are,
It's
we're
makeup,
like,
so it washes off, okay?
So we're in Vegas, and we
I've
had
never tried it before
We had a
until the
complete
trip.
we had a complete blast in Vegas, and we were staying at the Cosmopolitan, and we got leg makeup all over our legs. And Kristi, there was this white pool chair that was in the water, and she laid on it, and then she got up. It was makeup everywhere. And Kristi was like, "Hey, don't lay in one of those." I'm like, "Oh, no, thank you. I'll
I
stand
couldn't
up."
get it off of the chair.
We couldn't get it off. I mean, she was like,
and
putting
there's
a towel
some
on
serious
it.
chlorine in that pool. But I was
my gosh.
I was like, trying to wipe it off on the down low.
I was like,
Wasn't coming off. I just like, okay,
I'll just
get
stand
over
up the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
it. Like makeup, I don't know. It didn't take a rocket scientist to wonder. Hey, I wonder if this rinses right off.
It was a riot.
It was, yeah.
It was pretty
Great.
funny.
Looked good, and then it didn't.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it wasn't us. Worse things have happened in that Cosmopolitan pool. I can promise you
A
that.
self tanner would be safer.
Yeah, for sure. And it's moisturizing. So,
Well, that's good. Awesome.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of people get bumps, shaving bumps. So this is like a remedy.
So many people.
Yeah.
So many people.
So here's the thing. A lot of people don't know. It's like, what are you wearing to go get your wax? Are you wearing your workout leggings? Okay, well, those are tight and they're restricting in that area.
Okay.
And so if you're going to get a wax, I would say wash in that area beforehand. You're going to want to exfoliate the day before, 24 hours.
Not the day of.
Not the day of, because
it
then you're going
opens
to be
your
more,
pores.
yeah, and you're going to
Yeah.
be irritated in that area.
Right.
If
How
you-
come people don't tell you this, Destiny? But y'all tell your people, right?
Yes, if you call in, we'll tell you the whole down low. You can't be on any like Retin-A, Accutane, or anything if you're getting your face done. If you're on Accutane, you can't even get a Brazilian done because it makes your skin like
So
super
sensitive.
sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah. And so wear loose clothing beforehand. You're gonna want to exfoliate the day before, and then whenever you come in, you're gonna want to get your wax done, and you're gonna want to stay away from pools, hot tubs, bathtubs, the gym for a good, I would say 12 to 24
Because
hours.
of bacteria.
And your husband,
Because-
too.
And your husband, yes. Okay, so funny story.
Yeah.
I just found that out.
Yeah.
I just found
I'm
that
not
out.
even kidding about that.
Yeah, it says retain from sexual activity for 24 hours.
Or heavy kissing.
Yes. So, all you women out there, instead of saying you got a headache, say, I just went and got waxed.
Got waxed. Sorry, can't touch it.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, and I mean, those bumps, a lot of people, I'm like, they call in and they're like, okay, well, I have some bumps. And I'm like, okay, well, did you go to the pool the same day? Or did you work out right afterward? And most of the time they're like, yes, I did. And I'm like, okay, honey, well, I explain it like this. Like your pores, we're taking the hair out of the pores, and then that bacteria is going in there. And so they go on the defensive mode, and they're like, what's happening? And so
Right.
those are what those bumps are.
Right.
And sometimes we're like, it's not a wound, but we are taking those hairs out of the hair follicle. And so you might have some little bumps the first day after or whatnot. The ingrown hair wipes are really, really good for that. I tell people, if you're going to go to the gym, get these wipes, put them in your bag, and then put it on, wipe it on there right after your workout.
Okay, so my brain's always thinking, and one of the things that we do on the site is we are associated with a company called Neora, and they've got products now, not products like this,
Yeah.
but they just came out with an acne product that is tested to be 35% better than any other acne product on the market, oral or topical, but it's a pad.
Yep.
And so what you're saying about the pores, it makes so much sense that the pads really are more effective, because anytime you open up, you don't want the bacteria going in. And
Yep.
so Signum Biosciences knows what they're doing.
They do. And again, they're closed.
Uh-huh.
So
Right, but honestly, I mean, that makes amazing sense. And my son, who's 19, he was like, "Mom, I started using those pads and they were amazing." but now I understand even more
Yep.
from what you just
That's
shared.
awesome. So
Oh, yeah.
aloe vera in that. Oh gosh, the writing's too
Yes,
small.
it is aloe. Okay, so this is an aloe base, so it's going to calm your skin down. And they also have a serum, which I didn't bring today, but it's super, super convenient. I put it by my shower. I get out, I dry off, I put my serum on, I let it dry off, and then I moisturize with my lotion, and then I'm good for the day.
I liked Destiny the minute she said, well, first of all, I liked her the minute I met her, but I knew that you were really legit when you said you can cut those in half, because you're not just about, hey, let me sell you a bunch of product. You're like, these
yeah.
are great products, and let me tell you how you can make it last even longer.
Oh, yeah.
Because not all people would have done that.
No, and I don't sell a product I don't believe in.
Right.
So we have a gel mask that it's called Reveal Me, and for about 3 months, the first 3 months, I was using it wrong. And I was like, I hate this product. I'm not going to sell this to anyone. And the girls literally saw me not talk about that. I would literally skip over that product.
Right.
Okay. Well, then I found out probably about a month ago. I was like, hey guys, did you know you're supposed to apply this to dry skin?
And you were putting it on wet skin.
Yes, that mask. And I was like, oh, I'm like, that's what
Yes.
I was doing wrong. And so it's about how you use the product
Yes.
too.
Right.
I know.
So
I
with-
think that's such
Same
an
thing with
Yes,
Neora.
I was going to say, I think that's
People are like,
such
this doesn't work. I'm like, well, did you put it on wet skin? Because the opposite. And people are
Yes.
like, well, no, or they might even lie and say, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
because they just don't want to admit it.
But I will say that has been probably one of my biggest learnings from our experience with Neora is if you don't use the products correctly,
Yeah.
you're not going to get the results or have the same experience.
Oh, yeah.
So even like we've got a good friend of ours that sells Monette and the hair products. And both of us, when we first tried it, we were like, okay, because of our experience with Neora, we were like, we know we're using this wrong. We know we're using this wrong. Then we asked her, she told us the right way to, we were like, we knew we were using it wrong.
Right.
Yep.
But, you know, one of the things we say all the time is you don't know what you don't know and you can't see what you can't see. And listen, if you're trying to use a product and it's not giving you the results,
Make
it
sure
may
you're
be
not-
you.
It may be you.
It may be the user error. You know what I
I'm
mean?
always like that with technology. I'm like, it's probably me.
I always say that about
Yeah.
technology. It is always me.
I'm sure it's me. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. And okay, so I have a question. So when you start to get these chin hairs and whatnot, and you will.
Yep, you
if
will.
you haven't, you will. And
Rats.
I've been told, oh, shaving's better. Oh, waxing's better. And I'd always wax because I have waxing for the face only.
Yeah.
That I do on myself. And that's why I did it, because someone burned me.
Yes.
So otherwise I didn't wax before. But then I started doing it, and mostly for myself. But, you know, so I was doing that forever. And then someone said, no, threading. Well, I can't do that because
No.
I get, anytime someone threads, it's like folliculitis.
Oh, yeah.
What is
some-
that? Are you saying it correctly?
Oh, yeah. I promise you. I'm
Yes,
saying this
she's saying
correctly
it
because
right.
I am an ologist as well.
Yes, she is.
No, folliculitis is when the hair follicle gets infected.
Yep.
And so I have, and not everybody has that tendency, and
Yep.
they've tried different things, and it always happens to me. Even the sugaring, it did too. But when I
Yes.
wax myself, it doesn't happen.
So we use hard wax, number one, and
It meaning you don't need the strip.
we do not use strip.
That's what
we
I use
don't,
as a hard wax
Yep,
too.
and we don't double dip.
Okay,
and
right. No double dipping.
if you're
No
double dipping,
double
it's wrong.
dipping.
It's wrong.
It's
bad.
so wrong.
so
it's
wrong.
not-
It's so wrong.
Bacteria. Mm-mm.
But I mean, so honestly, not to down any other
Of course.
thing,
Right.
But I've worked with lasers, so I've worked with laser hair removal. I've worked with
Uh-huh.
strip wax. I've worked with hard wax, and even different types of hard wax as well. And whenever, obviously, when you work for somewhere else, they're like, don't use this or whatever. But once I started coming to European Wax Center, one of my favorite things to wax is my underarms. And whenever I got them done, I was like, this is really going to hurt. I haven't had them done in a long time. I've been shaving. And so I got them done, and I was like, that didn't even hurt at all. This is weird. So I think it's the quality of the wax that you're using. And I do know, and I can speak firsthand for European Wax Center, it is a brand that you can only get at European Wax Center. And we put that barrier between the wax
Oh.
and like in your hair. So it's not going to make your
Right.
face freak out. Like, people will walk in and they're like, I'm going to be red all day long from this wax. Well, whenever they come to European Wax Center and we have our 4-step process, they walk out and I'm like,
They
did
look
you
normal.
still did you still get your face waxed? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, it looks amazing.
Now, how many locations are there?
So there's, I think right now, it's changing all the time. I think like 890
Okay.
wax
All
centers
over the United States.
in the United States.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And then your franchisee owns just one or multiple?
Just one right now.
Okay.
We are looking at a second location also in McKinney off of 380.
I wish you'd come to
So-
Plano or Frisco.
So there is locations.
Can you please do that?
Well,
But you and Ashley aren't there.
no, we are at the McKinney location. And
Right.
a lot of people, I can tell you from my social work background, and just working with these girls and like building them up, not only in European Wax Center, but in general.
Just in life.
The atmosphere is totally different
Oh,
at our
sure.
center.
Exactly.
People walk in and, I mean, like, it's amazing. Like, I'll hug a lot of guests. Like,
Right.
like we're at the hugging stage,
Right.
you know? And
Hug it out, hug it out.
Yes. And I mean, they come to us not just because of our wax, just
Right.
because of our personalities
Exactly. It's all
how we
about
are.
people. It's all about
Yes.
people. It just is.
And so that's what sets us apart. And it's in
Mm-hmm.
a great area. We have awesome restaurants around there. Target, I go there like 5 times a week. So we're in
Shout
a
out to
great
Target.
area.
Shout
Yes,
out
shout
to
out
Target.
Target.
Target in the house.
Target stepped it up. Just
They
saying.
have. So
They've all
So, yeah.
they've remodeled their stores.
they're
They have.
They have. Yep, they have. So yes, but there are locations. There's locations everywhere, I swear. But yes, my franchisee only owns one right now, and they're actually new to this industry, and so it's fun to learn the business aspect of things, and then for us to be able to teach them things about our industry and how it is different than other industries. Like girls love to talk. We're all girls in that facility, so we talk it out. We're
Right.
talking about things.
I love
and
that.
we get our things done though.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And so it's really nice. It's really nice. And I could not have asked for a better group of girls. I could not have handpicked a better group of women to do this with.
That's so awesome. It's so awesome. And, I know that we're running, we're almost done, but, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And one of the things I do on my podcast is at least once a month, but I'm going to start talking about mental health I think every show, because it's so vitally important. And where you work, you spend so much time.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not in an environment of love, if you don't have people that care about you as a person, not just an employee, you're really putting yourself in a position where your needs aren't going to be met. And our emotional health is just as important as our physical health. So what you're doing as the leader in that spa center is phenomenal. So, props for everything that you're doing, Destiny.
Thank you so much. I did want to say one thing real quick.
Yeah.
We are having a bikini bash.
I was just thinking about that.
Yes, it's
But
gonna
we
be
don't have
so
to come
much
in our
fun.
bikinis if we don't want to, do we?
No, don't come in your bikinis. Don't come in your bikinis. So it's going to be on Wednesday. Wednesday, May 22nd from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're
Next
actually extending
Wednesday.
that. Yeah. So we're actually extending that because we're filling up so quickly. But we're going to have mocktails, treats, raffles, some super amazing raffles. You get your bikini line for free, or you get your bikini full or Brazilian 50% off.
Okay, let's
So-
do it, Christy.
Yes, you
Let's
need to come see us. It's
come.
going to
Okay,
be
so
amazing.
I don't know what the mocktails is all about, but we're going to come anyway.
Pretend
don't need to come.
cocktails.
Oh,
Pretend. Well, we can't have alcohol there.
okay.
So we
Right,
just have
gins,
to do.
come on now.
We just have to do mocktails.
I got it.
Water on the rocks.
I
So
got
we have
it.
to grow
It's like,
out the hair first.
I got you.
Yes. So your
Okay,
hair. Your
I'm just
hair-
saying.
Yes.
I think that's what
That's
you
okay.
have to do.
Yes, you do. It has to be at least the size of a grain of rice. So
Okay,
quarter of an inch.
alrighty.
Yep.
So quit shaving right now this
So
minute.
like a 5 o'clock
Don't-
shadow or
Don't
whatever.
shave anymore until
Gotta
next
bear with it.
Wednesday.
Yes, come and see us.
And then we're gonna
Okay.
take pictures of you before we.
Okay.
Not if you come for a Brazilian.
Yeah, please don't. And we won't talk about the technique. Just trust.
We're going to
Trust,
show the
it's gonna
pictures
be
of that
okay.
on the following Monday.
Yeah.
We just won't tell you whose it is.
Before and afters. Oh gosh.
Love
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry. I'm giving visuals. Okay, well, time for a song. You want to hear a song?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to sing Always Remember Us This Way from A Star Is Born. The Arizona sky burning in your eyes. You look at me and babe, I wanna catch on fire. It's buried in my soul like California gold. You found a light in me that I couldn't find. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Lovers in the night, poets trying to write. We don't know how to rhyme, but damn we try. 'Cause all I really know, you're where I wanna go. You found a light in me that I couldn't hide. When I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Yeah, yeah. I don't wanna be just a memory, baby. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. When I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. When you look at me and the whole world fades, I'll always remember us this way.
Yay! Ronnie Rohde says you sound amazing, and she
Thank you,
does.
Ronnie Rohde.
Ronnie Rohde, we love you.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Well, this has been so fun and so informational.
We're gonna
and
go
I
to the
think
Bikini Bash.
I'm gonna get a Brazilian wax to try it for the first time ever. And I'm in the beauty industry. Hello. I got to see what this is
Beauticians
all
and
about.
Musicians.
Yeah, I got to try new things.
You do. Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate. Call immediately.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you so much for being
Thank
on the
you
show.
so much for
It's
having
been
me.
a blast. You were
Total
amazing.
blast.
And thank you, Jen.
Yes, and Destiny has to be a part of our event next year.
Absolutely.
She has to be a part of our.
She's like, what event?
Yeah, it's a big event that we do once a year. You're going to be a part of it.
Heck yes.
Okay.
I love
That's
it.
all right. And we've got some post events coming up that we'll be announcing next week when those are. You definitely don't want want to miss it.
No.
Great topics, something everybody needs to know or brush up on. And I'm excited about those as well. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Beauticians and Musicians. And we'll see you next week.